So what do you guys like specifically do here?
Okay, so this is the Graton Day Labor Center, Central Laborale Graton, and we are a social justice organization that supports immigrant workers in Sonoma County, most of whom are undocumented and Spanish speaking.
Okay.
So we do a couple things here. One is we operate this Day Labor Center, which is a hiring hall. It's a worker-led hiring hall, kind of like a union. Yeah. So the workers come here every day, and employers come here or they call, and we send people out to work. The cool thing about it is that the workers set their own wages, just like they would as if they were in a union. Okay. So we say it's worker-led. They set all the rules for how this system runs, and they do all kinds of work. They provide, a lot of yard work, grass cutting, ditch digging, construction assistance, house cleaning. We have house cleaners who come here, carpentry assistants, painting assistants, tons of weed eating because there's tons of grass to be cut. And, they really are the backbone of Sonoma County, and especially in an area where people live on rural properties that need a lot of maintenance. That's what these workers are here for. And we have kind of like an aging demographic in West County, and a lot of people, as you get older, it gets harder to do these jobs and maintain your home. But the other part of this is that, and this is kind of like the foundation of what we do, is we do a lot of leadership development and organizing. And we also do occupational health and safety training. And so we believe that people, in order to be successful in work and successful in life, they need to take agency in their own lives. And the people who come here live at many different systems of oppression, right? They live at the intersection of the immigration movement, just low-wage worker movement, poor working people. And especially then with the women, even them also, are work in jobs that are, really seen as like domestic work, jobs that are behind closed doors where it's really easy to take advantage of people. And many of our workers have been victims of workplace abuses, such as harassment, retaliation, wage theft, or working in unsafe working conditions like after fires, outside in the smoke without masks, or having to stay back and take care of someone's house when they should be evacuating, or working picking grapes when they should be evacuating. And so that's where social justice comes in, and organizing and leadership development, that no one can speak for the people better than the people themselves. And so we work with people to develop their leadership capacity so that they can actually be the agents of change in their own lives and in their community. We do a lot of work, advocacy work, and get involved in campaigns around, like, we helped win the Domestic Worker Bill of Rights. Now domestic workers in California get overtime. They didn't before, caregivers. Right now we're working with the state of California on the Cal OSHA to determine what will be recommendations for homeowners who hire workers, how to keep them safe and healthy and protected in the home. And so we go to Sacramento a lot. We do a lot of lobby visits. We go with the state legislators, the senators, and the assemblymen. And we also work locally, trying to get our own county supervisors, our own government to support like safety for farm workers, to support immigration reform, to support hazard pay when there are fires. Right now we're in a coalition of people. We're trying to get unemployment insurance for undocumented workers in California, because when COVID hit and people didn't work, and when the fires hit and people don't work, undocumented people aren't eligible for unemployment like those of us who are documented. So, we're trying to improve the living and work conditions for the undocumented worker community, not just the people who come here at the center, but throughout the county, throughout California. We have a really active domestic worker group. It has 100 members, and they are very active organizing for domestic worker rights. And wage theft is one of our programs, is assisting people who weren't paid or were underpaid. And so we do a lot of case managing wage theft cases, and we take these cases to the labor commissioner's office, and we always win.
Is there a lot of those cases?
There's a lot of those cases. There's something like $50 million a year in California stolen from workers, and mostly it's brown and black workers in the state. And so it happens a lot, and it's pretty rampant here in Sonoma County.
Sonoma County? That's crazy. Is there any more?
Yeah,
Detailed
just checking
questions?
the notes. Found some up here.
Mm,
Like,
different reasons.
Where do the funds come from?
We're a nonprofit, and so private donors, we have to raise money in the community, and foundations.
Okay, okay. Foundation.
alright, I just looking at my notes here.
Could you say a lot of the work they do is help doing like fire prevention
Yeah,
as well? 'Cause
yeah.
they're getting rid of a lot.
We
like,
do. We do a
dead
lot of clearing brush, removing dry brush and branches, leaves, fire prevention work. So that's a really, like, there's so many people right now who are really taking better care of their properties and fire mitigation, we call it.
fire mitigation. So that's great. They're really helping, keep a lot of y'all safe without even knowing it. It's some of the behind the scenes greatness.
And part of what we do as an organization is we advocate for good wages. The minimum wage here is $25 an hour. Because to go out and do hot, heavy labor, in the sun, that's what the minimum wage is.
25.
And the value of labor in general in this country is so undervalued. And 24 an hour is a minimum wage in Sonoma County. But then when you're talking about like people of color and women, there's a feeling like these people deserve to make less than everybody else for some reason. There's a big issue of wage disparity. So here we're getting just wages and safe working conditions.
Okay.
That's the bottom line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Trabajos justos.